Alrighty. Hello, hello. Greetings and salutations. It is time for another riveting episode of Dungeons and Dragons. But with that being said, hello, greetings. Hope you all's having a good day. Be it those of you watching live or those of you who will be watching eventually. I'm getting everything fired up here. Fired up. Getting all the ducks in a row, as it were. Um, Apologies in advance. I may end up coughing now and then, but sorry, damn it. I didn't hit mute fast enough. I got a little bit of a cough, but nothing too horrendous. Yeah, gonna get them ready to roll. Gotta fire up, do the thing, do the stuff. Give me a minute. Who can recall what happened last time?
Well, we had just entered a amazing bar. More accurately speaking, might be described as a joint, poker joint. This is the wrong foundry. Where
I
were
forgot to load in
enticed,
Foundry too.
where we were enticed to play a variety of different salacious games, with the intention of gambling.
Sorry, all my audio's messed up. I had to.
Salacious games with the intent of gambling, including blackjack, uh, roulette, uh, three dragon ante. The entire time we were playing, I just kept thinking of like we're gonna have our own bar with blackjack and hookers. Except I couldn't say that aloud. So a number of us went off to go play games and get drunk. Some of you got drunker than others. Veldrin made some really horrific constitution checks.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us lost a lot of money at slots or blackjack or three dragon ante.
Well, the stakes were pretty low. I mean, we never really got into the real fever of the gamble.
No, none of us
I don't
lost
think.
horribly. I think
I don't
someone
think.
made money.
I don't think
I think
anyone.
someone made
If I'm.
2 gold.
Yeah, I don't think anyone lost. We were all
No,
sitting at the. We were all sitting at the
we all
blackjack table,
we all
and
lost.
Sorry won all of our money.
Alright.
We all bet. The dealer lost. Sorry beat the dealer. I think the only person that didn't technically beat the dealer was Zed, but all of the pot went to Sorry. So we, as a group, we didn't lose any money at blackjack, and then Kozik and Vel both made money from the slots, if I recall correctly. We didn't make a whole lot of money, but I don't think we actually lost anything.
And I gave $50 to
Vel.
Veldrin.
That's
So
true. Yeah.
he's probably up a few bucks there.
I believe the last I had 53.
Yeah, I think Vel and Kozik made a couple coins from slots, and then Sorry basically just took all of our money from from blackjack. So I don't know, we did all right. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interject.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Sorry I'm late. I had just some stressful things to deal with. Sorry I'm late.
No, we were just starting the recap.
Awesome.
So, sorry, do you remember winning money or losing money or anything about that?
Oh yeah, I won some money. I won
Tell us about
21
that.
gold pieces, I think. Yeah, that was cool.
How
I
much?
was like, no, I'll play one game. And then I like 21 gold pieces because everyone anteed 3 and I think
That
there were
is good.
7 people. That was pretty cool.
Oh, and you won the pot. Okay.
Yeah, I won the pot. So I got 21 gold pieces. Then I spent 5 on something that I can't remember, but
Got a
yeah.
bottle of booze.
Yeah, you
Oh,
guys
that's
bought
right.
booze. We
Bought
realized
booze.
drunkenly that, hey, the second moon, we should probably go check on it. Right? We should
Yes,
probably go check
that's
on that
right.
moon outside. And we go outside, can't figure out shit. We're like, okay, now I have to walk home mostly drunk. Right?
Hmm.
It'll be great. No problem.
It'll be great.
Aren't we supposed to be going to like a midnight meeting or something somewhere?
Except we can't figure out what the fuck the meeting is for or who it's by.
I
It's
couldn't
just
tell if it was
follow the path of the stars.
Yeah.
is that metaphorically or like do we go to
That's what we
some
don't know.
place?
It's some
That's just
crazy
what the
riddle.
note says. It just says follow the path of the stars. There's more to it, but like
Yeah, right. Follow the path of the stars and something about when the moon is full or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's seek out the path of the stars. When the moon fills, the path shall be clear.
When the moon fills, the path should be.
And like at this point, Nevar is like of the opinion that that was all bullshit to make them go outside and get their shit rocked. Because they gotten accosted twice now. Once
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah,
by
the youth.
Zedrin's guys that she was able to scare off. And then the second time, I think right where we left off. So Neavara thinks that it was just made up to go, you know, bring a couple of unsuspecting dumbasses outdoors in the middle of the night so they can get their shit stolen.
That's a good possibility.
Especially now that they're drunk.
It was
They were
also,
bugbears, weren't they?
I think Neovar was the only one to pick up on it, but
People
apparently
were eyeing us up earlier.
when Vel got this message, uh, was during the same time when Zed was doing magic, and
Right.
when one of the kids was eyeing Zed, and Niavara picked up on it. This is OOC. None of us besides Niavara know. But that was around the same time that Vel got this note slipped in his pocket. So, yeah, Niavara could be onto something there. And
It
then
was
yeah, we
handed to him by a mage hand.
okay, yeah, I just knew that a mage hand had like
Yeah.
we didn't know where it came from. But yeah, we were basically headed home, and a couple bugbears stopped us and were being a little bit shady, and they were warning us. They were like, "Oh yeah, you got to be careful when you're out at night," and they seemed a little bit suspect. And Zed kind of name dropped uh the goblin that we had talked to before and had tried to uh I guess strong arm them a little bit, or just be, kind of act like we're not the people to be messed with. And the bugbears were like, "Okay, yeah, okay, we hear you. Well, good luck." And they left. And then a few minutes later, I'm pretty sure we all got like surrounded, and there was quite a few people. I forget if they were goblins or what. I think they were goblins, but there was a lot of them, and they were basically asking us to relinquish our goods. I believe we're in the midst of being robbed.
That's where we stopped.
I think so.
All right.
I think we'd
Sounds right.
just
Sounds
gotten
about
into an
right.
encounter with them,
Uh-huh.
but hadn't resolved anything.
Right. That sounds about right.
Boop. So, we essentially just pick up right where we left off, which was a goblin waving a shoddily looking club at you, pointing in your direction and saying, "Give us your staff."
Which is the thing that Niabar was waiting for all night. Please give her a reason.
Yes.
Niavar from the
She's
background.
She's
Right.
been playing nice to do all day. Give her a reason. Pitiful knave. To break out of character.
I'm sorry. It's just like, are you kidding me? Let's this.
This could actually be really bad because most of us are inebriated and are probably not thinking quite clearly.
Right. Perfect. Perfect time to get into a fight.
When was
Come
the last
on,
time that we
Ned.
had
We've been aching for a fight.
when was the last time that we had a long rest?
Oh, that's a question.
We haven't rested since we got here. This is the
Yep.
same day that we got here, basically.
Because
Well,
you guys decided that you wanted to go out throughout the night.
yeah. So it's like middle of the night of the day that we got
Oh.
here. So it would have been sometime before we got to the city. Probably, I think we long rested like right before we ended up uh getting over like the precipice of this hill that looked over the valley. So like we got to Kronossus in the morning, or roughly like early mid
Oh,
morning.
so maybe it makes sense because I'm missing some hit points and some magic, and I thought, oh, maybe I just forgot to like hit the long rest button, but
Ooh.
maybe it makes sense that I'm still in a weakened state.
But why would
Well, I
you?
don't
That
think
doesn't
we
make
did
sense,
any
though.
combat
Yeah, it doesn't
since
make
we long
sense to be
rested.
missing it.
Okay, well
Maybe you did
maybe
forget.
maybe I can just hit that long rest button and get
Oh,
the benefit then.
you weren't there. That was the session you
Oh.
missed.
when we took the rest. Yeah. Take the long
Um,
rest, Kozik, because you had to have slept even
well,
though you weren't there.
if the DM says it's okay, I'll smash that button.
Yeah, you would have slept when they did.
I think that was
Word.
a session that you weren't here. But yeah, anyway. I don't think we did any combat or anything since then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now I'm ready for combat.
Okay.
So the question is, because we're not in combat yet, what are you guys doing?
Oh
I'm waiting
no,
for
what
this
over
thing
shall
to
we
load.
do?
I like that we're in like a defensive, position on the on the page
Mhm.
here.
Yeah, around the two drunk ones too.
Gosh, I'm waiting for it to load, but I know that in town, Sari probably has on her more low key leather armor and not her, uh,
Fancy
not
ones.
fancy ones. So I'm
Nia
supposed to
Vara
change my something or other.
out of metal plate.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to load. I can't do anything yet, but yeah.
Is Niavar still Inanna? I think
Yep, she is
Right.
still
okay.
the Lady Inanna. A
So we've got two
beautiful,
nobles
helpless
with us
philosopher.
basically.
The lady. Yeah,
What would
right.
seem like Kozik and Inanna being of
Two
nobility.
noblemen.
It's their fault we're getting robbed. They
Yep,
just
yep.
look too nice.
And please, please, please. She did this routine with the bandits before in the forest. She's like, oh no. I'm but a helpless and defensive noblewoman. Please ignore.
But a helpless and defenseless. That's right.
Mhm.
All right. So
Pelican mouth safe for baby, if you will.
What? Pelican mouth. What?
I'll explain that in text. Continue. My apologies.
I don't understand what you're saying. I'd like to.
so while you guys are standing there delegating, this one goblin walks ahead of the group with the club in hand, walking menacingly. And he walks up to Zed and points to him. All right, hand it over. Your stuff.
The stuff.
As he walks closer and closer, Zed's eyes just kind of go further and further down. He's probably twice the size of this goblin. Um,
And how many are there? How many are there?
there's like 12 on
12?
the map.
10 that you can see.
Oh, yeah, I can't see anything yet. Come
Technically
on, man.
11, including the one that's chatting Zed up.
Zed's gonna kind of as he's like eyeing this goblin that's getting near him, doesn't want trouble and just kind of he had already postured up to the bugbears. I don't feel like he's feeling threatened, but
Did you
he'll
say
kind
Zed
of
doesn't want trouble?
he's not no, I'm saying he doesn't I don't think he's gonna like just start fighting this guy that's just trying
Oh,
to
yeah,
he
right.
doesn't feel threatened by this individual. I feel like if
I see.
it came to it, they have no chance. And he's
Right.
also, kind of riding a wave of libations, so um he'll kind of pat his pockets a couple times, but like really slowly, almost mockingly. Oh, well, we just left the casino meeting. It's a shame. Kind of makes a gesture of like, kind of like striking out like, oh shucks. Yeah, we lost all our coin. And as he makes that gesture, just behind this goblin, just right here. He's going to cast minor illusion, but it is going to be in the form of a sound. And I want this sound to be the crack of lightning to potentially scare the shit out of this goblin.
Well,
Oh, cool.
first, let's do a little stealth check because you're casting a spell, and spells are not exactly
Here we are.
quiet or
It's
elaborate, or quiet or subtle.
Yeah, there's semantics to it, so for sure. Let's see.
Gotta say something.
Um. Oh well, this
Plus,
should be
you're
okay.
standing right next to him, so
Yeah. Patting his clothes and things like that was almost trying to be a little bit of a distraction to get away with casting the spell.
Okay. And you're doing some thunder? Is that what you said?
Just like the sound of lightning striking. So yeah, it's just basically a big a loud crack just right behind him. And
Okay.
the intent is just to kind of startle him and maybe Zed has dealt with goblins, and if this guy is the leader, quote unquote, he's trying to get the leader to be startled in
Oh.
front of his subordinates, because
Mhm.
goblins, it doesn't take them too much to just kind of lose.
Back off.
Yeah, just they'll start laughing at him, and then it kind of becomes a joke, and then it's not really serious. Like they're not robbing us; they're more or less just kind of like pointing and laughing at the guy. You know.
Uh-huh.
all
That's
right.
the intent.
So a loud crackle of, is that thunder?
Yeah, it's just a loud noise that sounds like a lightning crack. It would be technically thunder.
Yeah, so there's a loud crackle sound behind this goblin, and he definitely turns to look, but it doesn't seem like he's startled as much as it is like, you hear a loud noise and you like turn and like he looks like he's ready to swing at something, and it
Mhm.
looks like all the other goblins have react like still a reaction, like as far as like how quickly things happen, but you see like a bunch of the goblins like clasping onto their weapons, like their hands like gripping onto their little clubs with, you could almost see the veins on their knuckles as they're like they didn't expect it either. This guy seems a little more hardy, but these guys were caught off guard.
Okay, so I guess in engaging that moment, um, would you say uh, the guy that's standing in front of Zed didn't really seem too phased, and the other ones were maybe just they're not they're not scared, but just it was unexpected.
It was a more of an unexpected sound, like
Okay,
walking down the road and a glass bottle breaks next to you out of nowhere.
yeah. So Zed, I mean, Zed's taking this in. That was almost like a little bit of a test. Loud crack behind someone that they're not expecting. Maybe they just run away because they're scared. Seeing that none of them ran away, that they just tensed and clutched their weapons um, tighter, was definitely a sign that I think Zed has noticed. And so he's still kind of patting his pockets. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure if I've got anything for you.
So what does Zed wear on him?
He's got multiple layers. He has uh I think like two vests that maybe one is buttoned, one is kind of over that's unbuttoned, an overcoat. Um, and so he's kind of padding his overcoat pockets, and he's got like leather trousers, um, and just kind of his all of his outer pockets that might be visible.
I guess the question is, what would be the most expensive looking thing that Zed has on him that somebody could see?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Weapons?
Possibly,
Do you have a
I would
pouch
say
hanging?
his weapon would stand out at this point. If little one is still a scarf around his neck, he might like that might stand out. Um, he has some like sort of ornamental like jewels and beads kind of tied in with his beard. But he's not very flashy. He doesn't have a whole lot um
Do you have a pouch
standing
hanging
out.
from your
Maybe his
belt with like
weapons.
coin or something?
Hmm?
Do you have a
Eh.
pouch hanging from your belt like with coins
Nah,
or
I'd be
something?
hidden.
Oh, okay.
All right, give me that scarf. It looks fancy.
But it's not really fancy. You sure? You want this old thing?
Yep. And then it's
Well,
gonna look
what
to Neovar, and you next, Richie.
he's gonna kind of have his hands out, palms up, just he's reaching out, like kind of shrugging a little bit. He's like, I really is it do we have to do this? We were just trying to get back to get some sleep, mate.
Well, the sooner you give us your stuff, the sooner you go to sleep.
Are you sure you want to do that, little one?
Yes. You look silly.
You're correct. I do, don't I? Let me show you a better face. And she starts to transform into the bugbear that she'd seen behind them.
Well, let's see. As a changeling, Neovar, you
Probably
can
I
give
would
me a
want to
history
suggest
sex
check.
you.
change it.
A history check for Neovar.
Hmm?
All right.
So as this is happening and this guy's saying this, and he just mentioned like you're next to Inanna, and 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 said the sooner you give up your stuff, the sooner you get to go to sleep. And so Zed kind of he's like, I really don't know what to tell you, mate. Outside of potentially
Not
the
giving it
sooner
up.
the sooner that we don't give you anything, maybe the sooner that you go to sleep. If you catch my drift.
Nope.
Mm, that's too bad.
That's really too bad.
He's gonna kind of glance over his. He's got at this point he has Zed's got he's just patted his pockets and he's got his hand, his wrist, just kind of limp, resting on his the hilt of his rapier. And he kind of pats himself one more time with his other hand. Yeah, well, if you're not gonna let us go, um, honestly, we do have to get back, and can't be just staying here all night. So,
Yeah,
if
so
you please,
give me
I
give me
just
Scarf and Richie over there who does illusion stuff. Meh. Bleh, and he spits on the ground. We want your stuff, and then he'll point to Kozik. And what's Kozik have on that looks expensive?
probably
Yeah,
everything.
everything I've got, yeah. I think the buckles are on my armor are of like finer quality. I just
Oh,
have
perfect.
leather armor that, yeah, stuff like
We
that.
want those buckles. Nobody needs that many buckles.
I just shake my head. No, I'm not doing that.
If Zed, so I can see the kind of formation that we're standing in, but I'm also kind of picturing everyone's not directly behind Zed. Like he can look and get a uh some of the body language potentially of the group, and he's kind of to the point where he's about to smack this goblin. You might, you can maybe see Zed's
I'll do it.
posturing
I'll
like
do it
he
my own
has
thing.
before, where
I guess
he's
that's what
just,
is happening anyway.
huh?
Sorry.
You can see Zed's. You've been in combat with him before. He's posturing and he's he's inebriated a little bit. You know, he's had some alcohol for sure, so he might be making it a little bit more obvious. But he's trying to be kind of sly, and he looks back at everyone, and he kind of sighs because he just really doesn't want to do this. Just wants to go home or back to our rooms. All right, fine. Here, I'll just give it to you if you want.
Yeah, and drunk went in back. Don't want nothing from you. You stink.
Just as he's saying that, Zed's gonna unsheath his dagger, but he's going to unsheath it backwards. So blade is pointing down, and with the pommel at like the top of his fist, he's gonna hit this or attempt to hit this goblin just right in the chin and try and knock him out unconscious. I'm doing this with the pommel to try and have this be a non-lethal attack. I
All
just
right.
want to try and knock him out.
Yeah, and you too, Elfie. We want your fancy leathers. And he's pointing to Sorry.
Inanna is sliding back into her normal appearance as Inanna. And she's like, oh my
Fuck.
fucking god, you little weasels. Oh my fucking god.
Damn it. I don't have inspiration, but I would use it.
I'll give it to
if I
you.
did. Thank you. Try again.
If this fail.
16?
Unfortunately, a 16 would miss.
No. Okay. Well, it's probably too late. I was going to say, could I maybe get advantage from this being a surprise attack? But
Not
what it is.
really. I mean, they're already aggressive towards you, so it's not like.
Yeah, we're already kind of like engaged. We're just not in initiative.
But you are now.
Dad, take one more inspiration. Take my inspiration. I thought you could hear me, but I realized I was muted. Take my
Yeah?
inspiration.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah. Do it again.
All right. Oh,
A 19 would hit.
19? Okay.
Yes.
So this is DM discretion for sure, but my intention with doing this, especially not just punching him, but using the pommel of the dagger specifically, the dagger being a finesse weapon, would I be able to apply sneak attack?
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Yes, sir.
What does
I gotta
that give you?
hijack.
Extra damage.
Oh, okay.
So then it would. And on the off chance that this guy's got plenty of health and this doesn't completely knock him out, I would like to use one of my sneak attack dice for trip, try and knock him prone. But I will do that first.
Oof.
I guess it would be 15 bludgeoning.
Eh,
But it's
15.
not. Yeah. And then not as much damage as I thought it was going to be, but then trip is a dex save.
Oh.
You're doing a saving throw. You get 2 from me. Aren't we right next to each other? Yeah.
Oh, it's they've got to make a saving throw
Oh, okay.
or be knocked prone.
So you knock him over.
Oh, sorry, mate. That wasn't my scarf. But well, you did kind of get what you asked for. And
Yep. And his immediate reaction, give me a dexterity saving throw.
okay.
As while he's on the ground,
Oh.
he's just gonna like wrap around your ankles and try and trip you back.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Now you can use 2. You get 2 from me
I'll do
for
a plus
your
2.
deck saving
Yeah.
throw. Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on, hold on.
But I
That
thought
wouldn't be
you
his deck
knocked him
save.
out.
That would be no, he's not knocked. Knocked down. Hold on. They changed this. Hold on.
Is it grapple? Is that what he's trying to do?
He's just trying to trip you, but I think that's
Okay.
a skill as opposed to a save. I think that would be more of a athletics or acrobatics. Yeah,
Yeah.
of
Either
your
one.
choice.
Okay. I will do
Let me
acrobatics
double
then.
check.
Okay. Oh, I mean, if a 17 passes, it does. Technically, that's a 20 because of
Make a
reliable
strength check
talent.
contested targets.
Reliable talent.
So yeah, you'd be able to get away from him tripping you. Oh wait, hold
Hey,
on. I
fuck
think
off, you
it's
little bugger.
contested.
Yeah, I think it is. Well, I don't know if it's tripping or grappling. It kind of seems like it's either or. I wouldn't.
Remember they changed it though.
Yeah.
This fellow's not very nice.
Because that's you know.
I'm gonna look into reliable talent. Okay, yep.
Target's launcher star. No, that's automatic. I'm looking for.
So Zed's just kind of like high stepping and just trying to avoid this thing grabbing at his ankles. And now the alcohol might be setting in a little bit, and now he's just probably complaining to the rest of the group. I get him off me. Fuck, you know.
Yeah, either way, 17 is good. I'll just roll with that.
Sari's gonna reach down and grab him by the scruff of his neck and try and pull him off you.
And at that point, we roll for initiative.
I was gonna say, yeah, should we do initiative now? Can I use luck on initiative?
I think if you're feeling lucky.
Yeah, it's just any D20, right? Ooh, okay. Good to know.
Let's see. Doesn't count as a D20 test. What's how they word luck? This is luck
Yeah.
from. God dang.
20 for D20 test. It does specifically say that. It doesn't just say D20.
Then probably not. Damn it, just coughing up a storm. Hate it. All right, so Veldrin and Niavara initiatives.
All
Ah,
right.
it says specifically, just for the record, it says D20 test when I clicked on it. D20 test encompasses the 3 main D20 rolls in the game: ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws. So initiative is specifically not mentioned.
All right, Zed, you were up first.
With that little monster on your on your ankles.
He's trying
Yeah,
to take your scarf.
I think narratively, Zed just smacked this thing and is now kind of reacting to it, trying to wrestle with him. So I would almost say, if it makes sense to you, that the that acrobatics for this turn is probably my action. Like in this immediate moment, I just picture him trying to avoid getting grabbed by this guy. It's only been a couple seconds, so that would most
Defense.
likely.
That what you want.
That's most likely. It makes sense to me that would be his turn. Yeah.
All right then.
Okay.
Then that would
It's
be.
only. I mean, it's literally been not even 6 seconds.
But are you getting a new? He's saying you get a new turn, like you get to
Yeah.
do something
Well,
else
yeah,
now.
but I just rolled. I rolled. I don't know. Just my thought process is I rolled that my acrobatics, trying to avoid this thing grappling him. So I'm just picturing in this moment, in the immediate moment, even though it's Zed's turn because of a dice roll, this thing's trying to like grab at his legs, and he's high stepping, just kind of yelling at the group, still trying to be like, "I get this thing off me." So I
Mhm.
don't know.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. So yeah, he's trying to grab onto your legs, and at this point, he starts like, so you're still standing, and he, like, so he was prone. He got basically while was prone was trying to like trip you, and for the other half of his movement, because it's technically having to stand up, he's with a 13 is able to start climbing on top of you. So basically, if he can't trip you, he'll just climb on you.
You're not getting my scarf.
Give me that scarf.
No.
Yes, give me. As you can see him like climb up, and it looks like he's about to like. I'd say he's like maybe tugging on Little One's tail a little bit, but Little One's just like still pretending to be a scarf, just like bleh.
Bite him, little one. Bite him, bite him, bite him, bite him, bite him.
Little
Now
one's
is the
finally gonna
time.
use this dagger that he's got hidden.
But that is his turn because he had to climb and all that. Okay. Then the grouping. Yeah, we're gonna get the stuff. Yeah,
Stuff.
Oh yes, come here.
yeah.
Come closer.
And this one like runs up to Sorry, and he points his club at you and goes, "Give me your stuff. You shiny stuff. Give it, give it." And these are like running up to. Let's see, you have to double move. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna get your stuff too. That's all he can do because that's double move. These three are threatening Sorry. They're just like starting to surround Sorry with their pointing their stuff at her, like pointing their like maces at her. 50, 20.
Oh,
This one's gonna
got
like
them
run
all. All
around.
right.
Sorry. 55, 60. Okay. There. This guy. See, 40, 45, 50, 55. Oh yeah, just enough.
Get off me. They might work for someone important, so let's not rough them up too bad, eh?
Staff. Give it. Give it, give it, give it, give it. And the one that did actually have enough movement to get to Niavara is gonna try to climb on her and let's see. So what shiny things would Niavara have that they could obviously see?
One second. I spilled something.
All right. So what's Sorry have that's visible while the spill is being cleaned?
Are you back, Neva? Or are you still busy?
She's figuring it. So
Okay.
what's Sorry have?
Let's see. Sari's just got her armor and I guess it would be weapons.
Which
She's
one?
got dagger and a short sword and what else does she have on her? Dagger, short sword. She's got the little handheld bow, crossbow. Just a few things kind of, hanging off her belt.
All right. So this one tries to like climb on top of you to try and nab your bow, but he just
Does
kind of
Sorry have
fumbles.
that? Does Sorry have that bottle that she just bought visible? That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, that bottle's hanging in a pouch off my belt. Oh my
Oh.
God.
Yep. Then they try and snatch that.
But it also made me think of another little bottle.
Oh, hold on. Let me adjust this.
Wait a minute. Oh my God. This other little bottle that I didn't think would ever come in useful. Hang on a minute here. It's a little. Where'd you go? The filter of love.
Oh my
You
god.
creature within 10 minutes after drinking this. Oh, anytime. The next time you see a creature within 10 minutes, you become charmed by that creature for 1 hour. If the creature is of a species engineer. But can I give this to someone else?
On your turn, or you can chug it now.
Oh, it's not my turn?
Nope, this is them trying to climb onto you and take something from you.
Oh, okay. I thought I was reacting. Okay.
Wait, what does it do? How does it work? Could you give it to them and then they would be charmed?
I'll show you. That's what I was thinking. Like they'll be charmed, right?
The next time you see a creature within
Yeah.
10 minutes after drinking
Yeah,
this,
if they drank it.
you become charmed.
Maybe not now, since it does say the next time you see the creature. I don't know how that would work if it would be immediate, but that would be really funny.
The creatures.
I didn't know you had that.
Yeah, I don't remember what we were doing, but we got from somebody. We all got little somethings from somebody we met. I just thought it'd be funny, like I don't know, spray it on the goblins. Like make sure they all got a few drops of it or something. But it probably just works for one. But anyway, okay. So you're asking me about
You become charmed by that creature.
how I'm responding. Is that
Well, I was asking what you had on you to determine what they might be trying to take,
okay?
basically.
Oh, I see. Now that I said I was going to now that I wanted to show it to you guys, now I don't have it anymore. I guess it's a one-use thing.
I'll say you still have it because it's just, you probably consumed
Okay.
it because you were linking it.
So you're asking how I'm reacting to them trying to get shit from me?
Yes.
Okay. So we're trying not to hurt them too bad.
Are you letting them
I
take
guess
that? Are you letting them take that filter of love?
Oh, if that's what they're reaching for, they can have that. Yeah,
I mean, if it's on your
they
person.
can take it. And I'll be it's hanging in the pouch on my. So yeah, they can take that because I'm not attached to it.
Okay. So the goblin right in front of you, because it sounds like you're not really resisting, so we don't have to do a contested roll. So the goblin just yoinks the filter and holds it in the air like celebratory. Got one. Got it. The first one. Ambush League's gonna be great this year. And then he immediately
Yep, you got it.
and then he immediately looks like he's gonna turn around, but he already moved this turn. Uh, but then it's your turn.
I thought he was gonna drink it.
I
Let's
mean,
see.
there's ways to convince people to do things.
Well, you know, if you're gonna take it, you might as well drink it right now. It's absolutely delicious.
Well, now you
I
tell me
mean,
what to do. I don't want to do it. I was gonna do it
well,
anyway, but now you tell me I'm not gonna do it. Heh. You don't tell
that's
Ambush League
fine.
what to do.
I don't care what you do. I'm not trying to tell you to do it. You took it away from me, didn't you? You
Yeah,
took it right off my belt,
yeah,
which was very, very rude.
yeah.
So give it back.
No. As he's
Give
just
it
like,
back
so,
right now.
so you know how like when you like give me that, and there's like a kid, and he's like holding it to his chest. He's like, no,
Yeah. Yeah.
no,
I'm trying
mine.
to go. Give it. No, you give it back right now.
No, you can't. No, you know what? And he pops the cork and chugs it. Yeah, and then he turns and looks at you and like sticks his tongue out. Now nobody can have it.
That's okay. It's gone now. Uh, what happens now? He just took a look at me.
You'll find out next turn. What else you want to do?
Oh, okay. But right now, so my just convincing him to drink it, that was my turn.
Well, you still have an action. You still have a turn. Like if you want to smack something or cast a spell or something, but they're surrounding you and they look like they're looking over what they want to take since that guy took that fancy looking potion.
Yeah, well, I think I just want to jam my elbow into a few of them to get them to back off. You know, like just jam my elbow into. Which one is the one I gave the potion to or took the potion? That one? Yeah, so I'm just gonna like elbow the rest of them to just back off.
Well, you'd only really be able to push one, but give me
Only
a
one.
athletics
Okay.
check.
All right.
And which one do you want to try and push?
Uh okay. So this is the boss right here
Nope. The boss is
to the right
climbing
of
on
me.
Zed.
Right, the one to the right of me.
One to the right of
Not
you is the
stage
one
right, but
that
as I'm
chugged the
looking at
potion.
it. Right, okay. But he's not the boss. Okay. Um well, and I can only push one away?
Yep.
Okay, I guess I'll push this one away. He's right in front of me.
All right. Give us
And
an athletics check.
athletics check. Okay.
Let's go here in athletics. Oh,
Oh, good. At least mine are better than his.
yep. So there's a little bit of like a shove war. Like you push him, and then he pushes you back, and it's like this back and forth. Like yeah, meh, yeah, meh. And then
Get
after like
off me.
3 or 4, like when kids start pushing each other around in the schoolyard kind of thing. But
Yeah.
eventually you push him away a little bit,
Get off me.
and he
Right?
stumbles
Get
back on his
off.
butt. Oh, we gonna get your stuff.
No, you're not.
All right,
Farley. They're
Beltran,
not.
the drunkest of them all.
Yeah. Is anyone doing anything to him, or is it mostly just harassing Zed and Sari and Niavara?
Well, they're harassing everybody. Like they're pointing at everybody, surrounding you guys, saying, "Give us your stuff."
Okay.
Apparently, we're all protecting Cozy.
He is the noble.
That's right.
The real question is drunk Veldrin even capable of comprehending the situation with how drunk he is? Is he just like, oh, they
I
just want to
don't think
dance?
he'll look at these goblins, and he's like pretty bleary and out of it.
Mm.
Do you know anything about the path of the stars?
Is
Oh my god, Belle.
it totally like Beyond Veil that we're actually like they're trying to take our shit, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna ask them." Is he like just oblivious to what's happening?
You're gonna be seeing stars if you know. Give us your stuff. And they waggle their little clubs at you.
You want the book? I have books.
Mm. Give book.
Oh my god, Beldrin. Pull it together, man.
Veldrin, I don't.
You-
Fuck, I don't even think they can read.
They're a little fixated on stuff. They just want stuff,
They're just gonna sell it. Beldrin. And she's gonna
right?
like
Or
shout at him
stand
in
about and
undercommon.
laugh about it.
Lock in. Pull it
Feltrin
together.
Feltrin pulls one of the books out of his bag that's written in Draconic that he had found when they were with Marius.
And the
Oh my
goblin
god.
takes it. I got stuff. You guys suck. I got the most stuff. You drank your stuff. You still fighting to get scarf. This one, yeah, I got stuff. I'm gonna win. Best in ambush league ever. Goblinson. As he like holds the book above his
Ambush
head.
League?
Ambush league.
What's that?
Ambush.
Yeah, why are you a league?
Every town have one. Goblin who ambushed the
My
most and get the most stuff win league.
Are
my
you
town
unionized then?
didn't.
Can I do a history check to see if Zed is aware of this?
Sure.
Of the league?
'Cause he's had some
Nice.
background dealings with goblins.
So you would know that in certain large cities, in middle-sized cities, and small cities, there's a strange tradition that has overtaken the land, at least as far as you can recall, and it has been a goblin-esque sporting event called Ambush League. Now, the purpose of Ambush League is to acquisition the most stuff through ambushing people. The goal is to get the most stuff. The goal is to not die trying to get the most stuff. And as such, that is why it is called Ambush League. Sometimes it gets violent. Sometimes a lot of goblins die. Sometimes an entire team gets wiped out. But that's just the name of the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. So, Ambush League, they just get stuff and then they leave. Usually, well, I mean, with the 20 history, more often than not, it's a bunch of goblins that just push you around and try and snatch something off you and then leave. Because that's the purpose of an ambush. Otherwise, it's banditry. Many goblins have died in Ambush League.
many more are looking to tonight.
Zed is so off put by Ambush League.
Oh, I was just seeing if he knew.
Well, knowing
Uh,
that, then you know that they're not working for some other boss that we have to worry about, right? That they're just on their own team.
Well,
Uh,
the
so that
assumption could be
would
that they
that make a
still are.
difference?
This isn't a job from a boss. They could still be working for someone. I'm so Zed is assuming that the goblin that we ran into earlier before we got into the casino that called himself number
Mm,
one, that had
mhm.
kind of given us a job, that they aren't the boss around here, but are closely related to. These folks definitely work under someone. uh Zed's assuming that they probably work under this number one, and hasn't mentioned anything yet. But I guess at the mention of ambush, uh he's gonna switch to goblin, and this one that he's kind of wrestling with. Well, it's not my turn. That's why I didn't want to say anything yet. I kind of want to
Oh,
wait till my
okay.
turn.
Also, did you hear the description of Ambush League? I wasn't sure if I was lagging.
I did. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yep. So that's what you're able to acquisition. Um, so Veldrin handed over a book, and the goblin is celebrating, but it is not its turn to be able to move. Did Veldrin want to move or do anything else?
No,
All right. Niavara.
The first action she's going to take is to invoke her duplicity. She's going to invoke her right behind them.
Invoke what?
That duplicity, baby.
Duplicity. What is that?
Illusion, baby.
Oh, when you can put another one of yourself out there, one of those.
Yep.
Cool. That's fun.
That is a bonus action, though. I'm quickly reading how this happens. So they nerfed it a little bit. You can no longer swap positions with it.
You can't swap positions.
You used to be able to.
Hmm.
Clearly, too many clerics teleporting out of lava.
Clearly too many clerics using it to do funny things, which is stupid because it's this is the weakest class of the cleric.
Right. You should have something cool.
From there, though, She casts the illusion moves. And the illusion casts inflict wound. Second level. On the boss guy. Oh my god. Pathetic.
That will not hit, unfortunately. Because spell attack is correct damage, that will cast a spell. Instantaneous. Okay.
Bonus action taken. Real action taken.
Can you link the new duplicity? Check something.
Sure. It's right here. You still can cast with it.
Well, there's something else I want to read on it.
Oh, for sure. One sec.
Bonus action, you get Channel Divinity. A perfect visual illusion of yourself. Intangible and doesn't occupy space. Okay, that's what I need to know. Because there's also up on it. When both you and your illusion are within 5 feet of a creature that can see the illusion, you have advantage on attack rolls against that creature given how distracting the illusion is to the target. But you are not. Okay. Yep, nope.
If
13
if
applies.
if this thing is climbing on Zed, would it be within that 5 feet then?
I mean, I'll allow it.
Yeah, I wanted to put him right here, but then I realized that this little guy, but he's not got the same token.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. Oh well. That's her whole action, though.
Alrighty. Do. Kozik.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I want to cast. Well, I'm gonna cast it on myself for sure. Magic is gathering.
Isn't inflict save now? A creature you touch. Oh, okay, so ranged. Okay, it's true.
If you want to attack, does anybody else want to be invisible? I can cast it on 2 people.
Sure, homie, get me.
That's cool.
Okay, it does mean that you can't like attack them and remain invisible, but just so you know, but I'll do it. I reach out both hands as if I'm pushing out some walls that are closing in on me, and I say, I grant you the gift of invisibility. Yoink. And I kind of touch them on the wrist or whatever. And I disappear. And it looks like my other two companions disappear too.
Two
And then I'm
companions?
going to
So
move. Say again?
you said two?
It says for every spell slot above 2, and I can cast it at a 4th level.
Those the oh okay, I see what you're saying. So it's you and one other person, right? Above one additional creature for each spell. So who would be the other one you're invisibling?
I thought it was if Sari wants it, she can have it.
Oh, yes, please.
Okay,
I think
cool.
it-
So it's Sari and Niavara, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's 2 people.
Awesome.
Yoink. So so I disappear,
Yeah, because it would be one normal, 1, 2. Yeah.
and I am
And
going to move.
if the 3 of them disappear, Zed's still kind of like wrestling with this goblin. He's gonna be like, "Oh, you fucked up now, mate."
And I'll move there.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
All right. Zid.
So in Goblin, after saying that, after the disappearing act, Zed kind of knows what's up because he's privy to what's going on. I think a little bit. But he's gonna stop wrestling and just kind of like, instead of fidgeting, just kind of like stop moving for a sec, and in Goblin to the main leader, be like, "All right, who's your rival for ambush?"
The stupid knife fingers. Meh.
Knife fingers.
Yeah. We
Pathetic.
gonna beat them this year. Yeah.
Of course you are. Okay, I tell you what. Let's make a deal. Give you something special. I can't give you my scarf, mate. Give you something special. And make sure you win this year, eh? Maybe we can do something to hinder the knife fingers. And he'll wink.
Ambush league 'em.
Aye. So I tell you what, mate. What if we take all the things off of them and we give them, maybe instead of giving to you, you all can ambush it off of us. What do you say?
Give me a persuasion.
All right. Definitely feeling lucky. Hey.
You are indeed feeling
Nice.
lucky. And he damn, sorry. And he gets a little. Hold on. There. And he gets a little shifty-eyed, and then goes, Knife fingers win every year. Knife fingers need to learn how to lose. Fine. But we need to make a show of it.
Oh, in middle of town. Just
Yeah.
point me to the leader. Tell you what, speaking of making a show, you were eyeing us for our bits and bobs. What do you know about the leader of the so-called Knife Fingers? Is he got special possession that maybe you could be seen in the middle of town holding up?
I know. If we see knife fingers with stuff, we ambush them. So we no see knife fingers stuff yet.
All right.
Eh,
Can I inside check that?
sure.
And is he like legitimately being honest about just not knowing what they have?
That would be some you're unsure of in this tense moment.
So he's going with what he's saying. He just believes it. So okay. And what's your name? How can we
Grimmy.
organize this ambush here?
Grimmy. We the clubbers.
Grimmy. With the clubbers. The club. You're telling me with a name like the clubbers, you'll should be winning every year.
Yep. But knife fingers always win. Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure the knife fingers are going to be dull this year, my friend.
Yeah.
Tell you what. Give me 2 days' time. Meet you in the square out in the middle of town. Or do you want to do it in front of the casino? Where do you think is appropriate?
Wherever most people, so they see ambush team, best team, and witnesses, so they know we the best.
Okay. I could maybe
Eh.
organize something
His
to
voice changed, but I've been
gather
coughing
a
a lot.
crowd.
This is easier.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you give me at least a day's time.
But don't want
And,
faces smashed in by guards either. Team get crippled that
well,
way.
Yeah, I can't assure that the guards aren't going to be upset that you all are ambushing in the middle of the day with a whole bunch of crowd around, but you know how it goes, mate.
Mm-hmm. Especially with all these new recruits, like that one.
And he points to the one that just drank the potion.
Ah, right. Well,
He have potential.
God, the coughing hurts.
where the clubbers like to hang out? I could get word to you all whenever we're ready.
We all over. Travel a lot. Stay in one place dangerous.
Of course.
Mostly in sewer.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we got an accord.
Don't know what that is. You have accordion?
I don't know what that is.
I did. Oh. Man, you're not smart. Accordion, musical instrument. It make noise. People don't even know what the stuff they have.
Okay, tell you what, you show me next time we meet up. And yeah, that's a weird word. Anyway, no, what I meant was like we've got an agreement.
Oh, why you no say that in the first place? Talking about accordion. We don't play music. We steal music.
So
So what?
yeah, are we agreed
What are you agreeing to?
that I'm going to steal everything from your rivals, and then given about a day's time, you'll get word from me, and let's just say I might be right out in the middle of town with a whole bunch of folks around me, and I get ambushed by the clubbers.
Yeah. That make us best ambush league when we get all the stuff.
Not only all the stuff, mate, but you get all the stuff from your rivals. And then you get to
Yeah.
rub it in their face by showing it around town so everyone gets to see.
Well, to other ambush league. Show around town stolen stuff. Get ambush leaguers killed. Or put in jail.
Well, right, not like around town, but I, to the knife fingers, you get to be like, "Hi, look what I've got."
Yep, then they try to ambush league us, and we be ready.
Exactly.
Okay, fine.
He lets go a little one, and the little one's just like, still just like almost comically, just like X's over the eyes. It's like, bleh. He's doing such a great job pretending to be a scarf. He's committed to the cause.
Zed's gonna whisper, "I'm sorry, little, but didn't want to stab that one."
Okay, boys. Clubbers. We got what we need. Let go. Yeah.
And they all start to break away.
In Thieves Can't, Zed's gonna be kind of like straightening up his coat and his vest and kind of running a couple hands through his hair. And as he's doing this, just kind of suggesting, "Well, Yvara, we might have another job."
She breathes out and she's like, fuck. Come on. Not even a little bit of fun.
And as in this point, it's just Zed and Veldrin standing in what I'm assuming is an alleyway. And so Zed kind of like spins around to Vel and puts a hand on his shoulder. "You doing all right, mate? You literally just gave a goblin one of your books."
It was draconic. I could barely read it.
Zed just starts laughing at that.
I'm still invisible. I'd say.
Yeah, it's like everyone's invisible. It's just me and Vel standing here.
Hey,
And
you
Nivar.
there.
Did you just broker a peace deal with these guys?
Slightly. So, that was all in Goblin. I just realized.
Yep.
So Zed's like straightening up. That must have just been super weird that they all just walked off. Yeah, so they got a thing called ambush, like they were saying, and I figured out that they've got rivals called the Knife Fingers, and their group was called the Clubbers, and so apparently, we've got a deal with the Clubbers that, and I might have overspoken a little bit, but I told them that I would steal things from their rivals and then organize a bit of a showing in the middle of town where they would ambush us again, but we would have things this time for them to take, and it would be things from their rival company that they could kind of rub in their faces. It's a huge sort of thing in the goblin community. It's very important. And yeah, so I don't know. Might be more trouble than it's worth, but at least they're leaving us alone for now, and I assume we won't have to deal with them in the foreseeable future.
Well, you've prevented us from having to flatten all of them, so I guess,
As,
I mean, we don't want to do that.
as soon as they surrounded us, I got very concerned that Neovora's fairy friends that like to just eliminate everything around her were going to appear. So,
Oh, come
yeah.
now. The illusionist speaking for her. I don't think it would have been that bad.
Zed's gonna, I guess, at this point, can uh, can Zed do a perception just to kind of scan around, make sure that we're just effectively alone?
Well,
Oh,
I
perceive
can't
away.
wait till they wait to see what happens to that one that drank the potion. Who he's looking at when that comes on.
Yeah, what was that you just let him? You were almost suggesting that he drank it. Well,
It was a love potion, mate. It was
oh,
a love potion from one of those people. I can't remember who
sorry.
gave it to me, but I thought, well, if he drinks it and he looks at me, I could get him on our side at least. But I don't think it's come on yet. So now he's going to fall in love with one of his mates. I wish I could watch. It's going to be funny.
So with
You
a
better hope.
perception of 18, that one goblin's been like, as they're walking away, turning back and looking in your guys' direction
Oh no.
while his
Zed's
buddies are
like,
like pulling him away, but he's just like sad kid being dragged away.
sorry.
And
That's all right. It only lasts an hour.
and
You
he
better get.
even does like a little heart symbol with his hands, and he points at sorry while after he does it.
And she's blowing in kisses. Oh, goodbye, my love. We'll see each other
Sorry.
soon.
No, stop. And Zed's kind of like trying to keep sorry from doing that. He's like, sorry. You don't realize goblins are very clingy.
Oh, okay. I was just
You might
playing with it, but I guess it's not a good idea.
you might have just well,
But it wears off in an hour.
you do realize that different individuals they digest things differently. Anyway, I'm not a doctor.
That's true. You're right.
Let's get back to a tavern before we get stopped by anyone else.
Yeah,
Hustle, hustle,
especially
hustle.
the knife fingers.
Sounds good. I'll
No, we need to run into the knife fingers. I need to steal
Well,
everything
that's
they've got.
true.
What was
I'll
that, Kozik?
maintain my present condition until we get back to the inn or wherever we're going, just in case. Hee hee.
Also, so
You
I
probably
think
better
when you're
look like a
invisible,
crowd, maybe.
you still make noise and like can be if you're close enough, like you have a scent still and stuff. Is Kozik using his shoes? Did he click his heels 19 times so he's not
Oh
making
no,
any footsteps?
no. So I'm just sort of floating there, I'm levitating, I guess.
So you said
Kozik
you
is moonwalking.
cast a spell as a
No one
fourth
can see.
level. Where are you getting the fourth level from?
It's just being a warlock.
What level?
You don't really have like leveled spells. You just have a pool of spells, if I recall. And
Yeah, but it's usually slot level.
your
Yep,
spell
you're at the
casting
point
is
to be
like
that. Yep.
up to something.
You had to make sure or something. Um,
Oh yeah,
Word.
no worries.
Word.
You know better than I do.
so you guys make your way back to. Hold on, got a cough.
Lady Miriam's calling, I guess.
Nah, just getting over scratchy throat, and I'm in the itchy throat phase of it, so a lot of coughing. Um, So you're heading back to the Adventurer's Rest, I believe. As soon as I can scroll down far
Yeah.
enough for my notes.
And
As I
I guess
find
at
it.
this point,
Yep, Adventurer's Rest.
What time would it be? Because it's probably we were out for a while.
Yep. Late as fuck.
Okay.
Near exhaustion level. So you make your way back to the Adventurer's Rest. And at this point, the early crew has already started coming in.
All right, we do have a room here, right?
Oh yeah, I got two of them. I think I get. He pats a couple pockets. Oh yep, here. He's gonna pull out the card for the room. The key basically, and
Right.
hand it over to Kozik.
Yoink.
It's weird. So you swipe that when I'll show you when we get up there. And sorry, you got the other one, right? Who do I give that to? Is it you, Inanna?
Sorry, say it, BRB.
What
I
did
think
you
I
say,
give it to sorry,
Zedwin?
I'm not sure. The key for the room.
The other what?
The other
Ah,
key.
I actually don't remember.
Oh,
I gave it to one of you because I knew that y'all were going to be in a separate room.
I.
She
Oh,
delete.
right.
She'll fish through her things, and I think it wasn't Anna.
It probably makes sense because you were the soberest, the most sober. So,
Right. She had the large drink, but it was sipping slowly. Maybe she wasn't
yeah.
doing shots. So
So yeah, I'm assuming as we're walking in, we're kind of seeing um uh the workers inside starting to like prep for the morning shift and stuff. And Zed would probably like give a wave. I don't mind us. We're going to sleep. And probably like all of us would shuffle toward the stairs. And we've got two rooms next to each other. So Zed would walk up and you know the exhaustion and alcohol starting to kick in. He kind of starts to point at this weird sort of slot. It's not even like there's no locking mechanism, and he's like, so it doesn't make sense. I'll tell you why if you're gonna listen, because and he'll start to fish for his thieves tools. He'll pull his thieves tools and be like, you see, there's nowhere for this to go, nowhere, not one bit, because it's not a real lock. It's a fucking fake lock. It's not a real lock. You can't unlock it. You can't pick it. I don't know what it is. And he kind of just starts to go on a little bit.
And as you're standing in this hallway with these tools out, going over the TED talk about how they don't work in this door, you see a familiar looking halfling walking out of his room and spot you standing in front of the door with these
You!
tools.
And
Oh, the
yeah,
same one?
this mate. He's the
No,
one.
no,
Yeah,
thank,
come
no,
here. Come
no,
here.
no, thank you. No,
Come
thank you.
here.
No, 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 no. Have a lovely
No,
day.
but, okay.
I saw nothing. He starts
Watch
like
him.
walking down the stairs.
Everyone watch him. Oh, you left. Okay. Anyway, he's the one that taught me how to do it. So he tucks his thieves' tools away. He's like, all right, so then you get the card, Kozak, you put that in there and just do like you rifle it in just a bit. And look, the door just opens.
Well, that's
Okay.
clever.
I fumble around with it. It's what manner of wizardry is this? Crap, crap, crap.
Everything here's got something to do with magic because that's the menu and everything. Anyway, yeah, it's something
That's
else.
right.
So,
That's right.
don't get locked out, but that's how it works. And Zed will kind of like
Wow.
push the door open and
Well, that's clever.
so we do have 2 rooms. Vel, are you staying with us or are you gonna stay with your sister?
Um, is Sorry coming with me, or is it just gonna be me and Vel? Like, I don't care either way.
I'm going
Well,
in there
no,
too.
I got a different room for the ladies, but I didn't know if Vel wanted to. Vel just reads books, so I don't know. Might not even matter.
Veldrin,
Yes.
me or
Yeah.
them?
What?
Where are you
Where do you want to
sleeping,
sleep?
mate?
He's got his arm around Veldrin at this point.
But the message.
Veldrin, we're
Baby,
going to get it in the morning.
Veldrin, they put that up so that they could steal from us. It was not real. They lied.
Are you sure?
We got jumped twice.
And even if we're not sure, there's no way of telling what it is, and we need to sleep. So there it is.
To the men's room, I think. See you in the morning.
Good night, mates.
Come on, we'll look after you. Zed's got his arm around Vel, and he's just kind of like somewhat also staggering just into the room with Kozik. So there should be enough room for the 3 of us. If not, I sleep on the floor.
All right, what? Let's go in.
So yeah, we just kind of push our way in, I guess.
Maybe it's like the prancing pony and Bree, where there's just like a bunch of single beds in the room. You know.
Or maybe it's like Moby Dick.
Ugh, still coughing. Okay.
We gotta share a bed.
All right. So everybody's settling into their respective rooms. Then. Oh, let me sure. Here. All right. So if everybody settles in, you'll be able to get yourself a long rest in. Nothing unusual seems to interrupt.
I guess one thing that Zed would mention before we ended up taking a long rest, and it wouldn't be anything to have a conversation about, but he'd probably just make a remark as the door shut behind us to Vel and Kozik. Well, I guess these doors being magical and whatnot, there's no way for anyone else to get in without that key. And he's gonna point to the key that Kozik has. Just mentioning that.
Yes, no, the benefit of civilization. No need to keep watches at night.
I. Oh. All right. Well, let's get some rest and hopefully not have a headache in the morning.
No guarantees.
I think we're sleeping in.
With the long rest, I think I had gotten a. Yeah, we used a bunch of inspiration on my roll earlier. Who wants one?
I'll take one.
All right.
Yoink.
Got the cough.
Oh, I had my mute on. I'm like, I'll take one.
I tell you what. Yeah, I have one. I'll give you. I'll give you that one too. You gave me a. Both gave me inspiration. So
Oh, that's
if
so
if
nice of you.
if Cube will allow that, if I can get rid of mine to give it to someone else.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I am trying my best to not cough in your ear.
Very kind, very kind.
I get him on long rests. So perk to the class.
Humans get along
Yes.
when humans get a long sleep in, they feel inspired.
True.
So, luckily, there was no need for anybody to keep watch, as you are in secured locations in civilization, something that has been very rare on your journeys, to not have to keep an eye open and a hand close to a dagger when you do a long rest. So it's almost like the expectation of something happening has become so commonplace for you that it's almost weird to wake up in the morning and be like, you know, do we have to worry about being robbed? No. Wait, what? No. What? No. Yeah, it might feel a little off considering how many places you've been of where there's the risk of something happening, but these have been very secure rooms. And you all get your respective rests in. I imagine Sorry being the first one awake, as elves only need a few hours of meditation. Um,
Although I have to say, when she drinks that hard, she actually crashed for a few hours.
Mentally crash. I believe the whole thing about elves is they just don't sleep,
Yeah.
and that's why they can't even be like. That's why they can't even be like magically put to sleep because it's not in their anatomy. They can be knocked unconscious, funny enough, but I guess that's not really sleep, is it? Um, fuck, sorry. Um, so Sorry would be the first one awake, and I imagine Neovar's typically the second one awake to partake of rituals and worship of whom today?
It's going to be the traveler today. Um, Aladra today, Lady of Fortune. And the last one is going to be the Shadow.
So Traveler and Shadow and Aladra
Which
for
could only
the
be one.
facade.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. It's also just part of the broader pantheon, but yes, for the facade.
All right. So you guys get the feeling that you probably slept in a little bit later, All right, Veldrin, give me a Constitution saving throw. Let's see if or how hungover you are this morning.
Uh-oh.
All right. So, even with having slept in late, right? Everybody, you did go to bed late, but you also slept in to try and, make up for it. And like Veldrin, you wake up and your head's like pounding, like everything the wor- like everything is amplified. It's almost like every sound you hear is just like so loud in your head. When you look around, it's like every so often everything just has like that halo effect, and it's just like all like light is extremely bright for some reason. It's like, damn it, sorry. Um, sorry. Coughing fits are fun. Um, Yeah, you got a really bad hangover this morning, and I mean you're well aware that you didn't eat anything yesterday for the most part, and you just drank, and then drank some more, and then drank some more, and actually with that much drinking, you probably don't even remember a lot of what happened last night. Just after the first set of drinks, like everything just started getting hazy, and then just sort of you don't even know what the hell was going on.
Well, he at least has more gold than he had the night before.
Yep.
How does she have more gold?
Imagine
By a
waking
lot,
up
too.
Imagine waking up from being blackout drunk and then suddenly you have an extra $50 in your wallet.
Yeah, probably don't even remember Koza gave you money and then winning money as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize you won money.
So the real question is what's on the agenda for today?
Well, sorry leaves her in Inanna's room, give it Inanna a little space to do her ritual, and she comes over and knocks on the door with all the guys in it. And hey, what you say we go see what's for breakfast? You want to go see? Inanna's next door doing her ritual thing. I'm sure she'll meet us downstairs when we're done. But let's go see what's for breakfast, eh?
All right, that sounds like a good start.
Yeah, Zed'll. I picture Zed's on the floor, even if he didn't start there. He's probably just rolled out of bed at some point and is just in a weird, precarious position. And he just rolls over and starts to stand up. Oh, yeah, we should get food. And oh, Vel, definitely. Vel, I've not seen you. Kind of like glances over at Kozik. You ever seen Vel look that shade before?
No, it is a peculiar shade, isn't it, Mr. Thatcher?
You're right.
Highly
No.
Kinda like,
unique.
I don't feel good.
okay, you're not gonna
No, I
like
don't
this.
imagine you do.
Don't just don't swallow it, but just wash it around your mouth and spit it out. It's gonna help, especially before we go get you some food. Okay? I've done this plenty of times. And he's gonna hand over his flask. Like I said, don't just swash it around your mouth and then just spit it out over there in the bucket.
Why not swallow it, mate? Hair of the dog.
He needs food right now, but that's a little pick me up, just getting a taste in your mouth.
Yep.
What is in the flask?
It
Oh, the best.
is.
The best.
So it's. I'm trying to think.
Is it that mystery brew?
No, it is. This is technically. This is actually a mystery question that Cubed can maybe fill in unless he wants me to. But this flask is from the Feywild and has mysteriously never run out. It I believe the last time he filled it up was when we left the town. I forget the town's name, but the town where Lady Miriam was. And
Wow, is that right?
yeah, like the when we were at the Lofty Highborn, it was like one of the last things he did before we left was have Tiffany fill it up with their finest sort of, I guess, whiskey or something. So, and yeah, it's just never really been depleted. So it's some sort of Feywild um blend, but it's really good.
Magical whiskey.
And I think it's the flask itself that doesn't, or this is me, OOC, but also Zed believes that the flask itself has some sort of magic properties, but maybe it's the whiskey itself. I don't know.
What is what? Yeah, I was trying to remember the name of the big face city as well. What is that?
Oh, right, the one where Miriam is. Hmm.
I
I thought it
remember
was.
Dale.
No, it's not Dale. That's another
No,
Yeah,
I
right.
know it's not Dale. That's where all the mimics are. Yeah, I just forgot the main
Right.
city, which is funny.
Kronossus and Grenstol and
No,
We got Sorrow
Dale,
Winds. Sorrow Winds we haven't
Sorrowwind.
been to yet.
No,
I don't even
Bonk
remember if
Village
I
we've
ever
been
knew the
to.
name of that place. I remember going to it. It was
We've
Well,
right
had so
after I
much
met
we
time
had.
there.
right after I met you
I
guys,
think.
but I don't.
Yeah, I think we kept.
Oh,
I
sorry,
kept thinking of
just
Miriam because when we were there,
sorry.
they were having the festival of Miriam.
But meeting her was about the last thing we did.
Zareth. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Zareth.
Okay.
Oh,
I knew that name.
good. Thank you.
Because
Sorry.
I wanted to reference it at some point and then was like, I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, and then I've done that too, and then I've not brought it up. So like, I don't. How am I supposed to bring it up without a name?
The
It's
city,
the
yeah.
place with Miriam. You know the place with Miriam.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right.
Let's see, does it have the
Anyway.
thing for it?
So we're reminiscing as we're gonna go get some food, some cultured goat milk and whatnot they've got downstairs.
And for inquiring minds. There it is. Not that one. It's another one. My scenes have borked. That's lovely. Anyway. That's concerning. If I go to view.
So yeah, Zed would have done that. Kind of like given Belle the flask. Oh, there it is. I remember that picture. And
The coughing hurts.
this is almost a little bit of a test, like a sailor's test, because he said don't swallow it, just swash it around and spit it out. And so he's just gonna see kind of like what Vel does, because this could make Vel sick. But that's also not the worst thing, because we're about to go get some food.
Not the
And if it's going to
worst thing.
happen, it needs to happen, and then we move on. What is that? Oh, that was a con save for when you woke up. Okay.
Yes. Should I do
Hmm.
another one?
I mean, are you just swishing around alcohol, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you need a con save for that.
All right.
If you ingest it,
Does
So yeah,
that
who knows?
he swishes it around and then hands the flask back to Zed.
Zed's, kind of keeping eye contact. He tucked the flask in his coat pocket. Waits a couple moments. Okay, yeah, let's go get food. And I guess
Oh,
meet.
this place has such great food. I can't wait to see what they've got on the breakfast menu.
He'll meet
So
Sari
they
in
are
the
this.
hallway, and I guess it's Kozik, Vel, Zed,
Oh, that's
and
nice.
Sari. Has Inanna come out of the room yet, or are you still doing ritual stuff?
Ritual stuff. But she'll come out of the room. Shortly after getting her things in order. Smile at them like, "Hi. What's the plan for today?" She's still in the Inanna disguise, but she's tried to change her outfit up so that she's not quite looking so pretty. Like, for example, hair's up and like sort of, more mussed rather than the pretty long style.
Is there a reason she's trying not to look so pretty?
Specifically, not rich.
Yeah, we
Ah,
just
okay.
keep getting noticed.
Right now we're gonna go try to knock over the knife finger knives or whatever they are.
Yes,
Yeah.
Knife
and that's
fingers.
we keep getting
So
jumped.
in Thieves' Cant, as you say that, Zed's gonna kind of gesture and be like, "We've got a job, and maybe a couple."
Oh,
But we gotta have some food, right? And as Sari was mentioning, seeing what's on the menu, um, Zed gets uh kind of a cheeky grin. Yeah, I tell you what, sorry, why don't you order us a bit of food? The menu's quite interesting. You should give it a look.
Right, okay. Wasn't it like anything showed up that you wanted to show up on it? Wasn't that what happened? Because like you went and said you wanted all these things and then they all kind of showed up.
Why don't you go give it a look?
All right. So are we down in the dining room now, sitting
Yeah,
at a
I think
table?
I
Yep.
think we all have like moseyed down. If our table, I would assume that we would maybe go sit at the same table if it's open.
Yeah. Creatures of habit.
Um, yeah.
Uh,
Well, Sari's gonna grab a couple of menus, but she's gonna bring them back to the table because she doesn't want to order for everybody because everybody has different tastes. So she's gonna bring menus back to the table.
yeah, so a couple of the tavern workers would have, gleefully handed you menus, however many you request.
Have you got any specials today that we need to know about?
And let's see. We'll say one of the ladies. Yeah. Well, Shug, the only special around here is you.
Well, that's lovely, but I meant for the breakfast menu.
Oh, no.
No specials. All right then. Well, thanks. I'll just take the menus over to my mate here.
All right then. You have a good ordering.
Thank you. If you want, if you could come over in a little bit and take our order, that'd be lovely.
She just smiles.
Oh, everyone's so friendly here. Right, there you go. There's the menu. So what do we see when we open up this menu, Cubed?
Just lines and lines and lines and lines of varying degrees of things.
All right, so it's weird. They've got it's convoluted,
But
but
basically, it's a little bit of everything on the front page. A taste of every genre.
On the front page?
Yep. So imagine like on the very front of the menu, imagine that instead of it being like burgers, here's a list of burgers. Fries, here's a list of fries. It's one option for each thing. So it's a burger, it's a fries, an omelet, a breakfast burrito, steak and eggs.
Oh,
Just it has everything. When I say everything, it's just like every kind of genre on the front.
I'm
uh-huh.
assuming yeah. So you're seeing almost like categories of food at first. It's not like you see burgers and then you see a list of what the burgers are.
Mm-hmm.
You're just kind of seeing like burger.
Oh, it's like the contents, table of contents.
Yeah. And so you're seeing all of these things, and Zed, who's interacted with the menu before, is like, all right, I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot, and it might not make sense, but just really think about what you want and see what happens.
Wait, could you tell me what an omelette is?
So as you mentioned that, the text on the page kind of fades a little bit, almost like it's highlighting omelet.
Oh, well, what is an omelette?
And it kind of seems like the letters, like the word omelet, shifts, kind of like a sign where it's like going from left to right, and it kind of looks like the words are wrapping around to the inside, like on the back of the menu. Do you
Wrapping
open the
around.
menu?
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I'm opening the menu.
On the left page, as you open the menu, there are varying degrees of omelets. Omelets such as ones that are boar and cheese, and bacon and cheese, and so on and so forth for the
Are there
foreseeable.
pictures?
Just name.
Oh, I need it. I don't know. Well,
So yeah,
what?
as Sari's asking this and seeing the menu sort of form into descriptions, but no pictures, Zed will just be like, well, an omelet's kind of like it's kind of like a hammock that's got a whole bunch of ingredients in it.
A hammock?
Yeah, and then they cut it off the trees and then fold it over, and so I don't know, like a picture it like an egg tent with a whole bunch of people inside, but the people are just food bits that you're gonna eat.
Oh, it's eggs then. It's like the hammock part is the eggs.
Yeah,
Right, okay. And then
picture like a
food
boat
bits in.
that's made of eggs, and all the
Right,
sailors are all your favorite foods.
right. Okay, here.
That is
So
how I've heard it described.
it says boar and cheese, so that means right. So right here where it says boar and cheese, it means that there's this wrap of egg, and that's what's inside of it. Is that what you mean?
Well,
Like
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
the.
So the boar, it's not
All
gonna be a
right,
living
great.
boar that you
Okay.
gotta kill. It's
No,
already
I
done
got
up.
that. I've got that,
Okay.
but it's inside of the name is what's inside of the egg. Okay, I've got it.
Aye. Got it.
Thank you.
Well, my senses go back to those food stalls and in the bazaar in Zareth and those heady aromas that swirl around us. And I'm thinking back to that hotting dog that I was able to have. And so I think about that.
Oh, the hot
Well,
dogs.
I kind of thumb through the menu and see what I see.
So, with the idea of knowing what you want,
I
the
love that.
front page of, like, when you take it, the words on the front page, there were several different things, but as soon as you think, the Hotum dog, there's the front page just fills with different types of Hotum dog, from the foot-long Hotum dog,
Oh,
the relish relish in a one is called relish in your Hotum dog. There is a Hotum dog with varying degrees of condiments. There is a Hotum dog with chili and or cheese as an option. There are varying degrees of Hotum dog, both from different basically different types of meat that could be applied. So there is a chicken Hotum dog, a boar Hotum dog, so on and so forth.
well, I certainly, real dwarves always have two. So I'm going to get a wild boar chili cheese hot'em dog. And you know what? Just a plain I was going to say human pig, but I guess pigs are the same to all the races of the earth. So, um, not a human flavored one, but yeah, then just a very plain hot dog, hot'em dog, just so I can really appreciate the simplicity of the dish. Yum.
The dish, that's generous. Some dog dish.
All right,
So
all
I'll
right.
make my order when it's the appropriate thing to do.
All right. There any other orders coming in?
Oh, are you taking orders?
Well, the menus work in special ways. Um, I guess Zed is enjoying watching everyone just kind of think of what they want and have it slowly funnel down on the menu to exactly what it is that they're thinking of. Um, and Zed's going to make sure that Vel has a menu in front of him to get some sort of food. I think Zed already knows what he's going to order. But yeah, he's just making sure that everyone gets to experience the magic of the menus, as it were.
Maybe some plain biscuits for the kid. I'm not sure. And I look over at Eldrin.
Yeah, I got an idea, but I don't know if Vel's got something on his mind specifically.
Biscuits are fine.
Poor Vel.
Is there some sort of drowish menudo or something that you're used to having back in your homeland?
Menudo?
What do you eat for breakfast? What do you
Apparently
eat for
not.
breakfast, Bill? What's your favorite thing to eat for breakfast?
Hmm.
I think at this point, Zed has handed this menu to Vel, and I'm actually curious to see how the menu reacts.
It's
Well,
just all mushrooms.
All mushrooms?
all right. So let's see. So you thought about biscuits and mushrooms, correct?
I
Yeah,
said
I guess
biscuits.
so.
So upon the menu, two columns of options. Varying degrees of biscuits, biscuits and gravy, um, biscuits and sausage, biscuits and boar, so on and so forth. As far as the mushroom goes, there is, and you're thinking of food, not beverage, so there would be mushroom soup. Um, there would be a type of noodle that has mushroom in it, so it kind of goes into other things that utilize mushroom. Um, damn his heart. Damn it. Mutant time. Um, let's see. Mushroom soup. Mushroom. Um, there would be something called a mushroom burger. You're not necessarily sure if you want to try that. Um,
He rejected the last burger.
it also wasn't made of mushroom. Um, let's see. There would be mushroom topping for a hot'em dog. Something called a hot'em dog. Let's see. There. Oh yeah, there would be a mushroom omelet.
He'll go with the omelet.
All right. So basically,
Right.
the menu trims itself down to just just a few options, and when you say mushroom omelette, then there's like a little check mark next to it.
Well, I am leaning also towards an omelette. I think I'm gonna have a mushroom and cheese and boar and onion and garlic and spinach. Yeah, that's what I want in my omelette. That sounds great.
All right, and basically, as you're mentioning the stuff that you want in it, it's like graying out other words and filling it in as you say it. So, when you say
That's so
cheese, it adds it
cool.
in. When you say spinach, it adds it in.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's so cool. I mean, that's great.
All right, any other orders?
I think I just like, and she doesn't even bother to take the menu. She's just like, I think I would just like some waffles. I think I know what those are.
Yep, they're basically cubbyhole
Waffles
pancakes.
history check.
Yes.
They're basically cubbyhole pancakes.
Mm. Just plain ones. What you gonna put on them?
You put stuff on them?
What you gonna put on your waffles?
I know what I'm asking. You put things on them?
All right. Oh my gosh. Inanna, you've got to try it with like some some fruits, like strawberries or peaches or something, and some sweet cream and some kind of syrup, a nice sweet syrup, and like from a maple tree, and all kinds of yummy things you can put on them. They're great. That's what all the little holes are for in there, to hold in the butter and the cream and the syrup.
So when you were thinking of waffles, it would have presented varying fruit that you can put on waffles. Um, chicken and waffles would have been there. Boar and waffles would have been an option. Um, but yeah, but you narrowed it down to plain waffles.
Oh, come on, Inanna, live it up. Try something on your waffle.
I'm alright.
She's a little waffly on that one.
I am.
Are you waffling?
I am.
So, does the menu show what you're thinking, or do you have to like ask for it?
Well, if you're asking, you're probably thinking
Because,
about it.
well, so Zed hasn't asked for anything yet, but if the menu is, if we're all kind of sitting around and um sorry, just had kind of seen these plain waffles that Niavara was thinking about or had kind of mentioned. Um, and if we're all potentially close enough to see each other's menus, Zed hasn't really thought of anything yet because he's watching everyone make their orders. And um, I guess maybe in the back of his head is thought kind of what he was used to eating traditionally. Um, so on his menu, if anyone's noticing, just for a moment before he realizes there's it's just plain crackers show up.
So like hardtack.
Yeah. And then he hears Sorry describing like these dressed waffles, and he looks down at his menu and he's like, yeah, I want that. And I assume that kind of in that moment his menu changes to these waffles that are all dressed up with fruit and you know um just all the accoutrements, but it's almost literally like what it's exactly what Sorry just described, because that
Huh.
is what he pictured, because he couldn't picture it before then. And then he's like, oh yeah, I'll get that. Kind of like put his menu down.
All right. All right. Seems like everybody's gotten what they want locked in.
Kozik, what did you order for what's with your hot dog?
Oh, just two of them.
It's plain, did you say, or are you getting something with that?
Well, there's some sort of magical chili and cheese on one of them, so
Oh,
it should be very good.
oh, I can't wait to see what that looks like. There's such different food here.
Right, so
Yeah, and I
That's
wonder if
quite
the food is
amazing.
taking down
if the food is this good
menu.
here. I
Oh,
wonder what it is at the
what?
nice place. I wonder what it's like there.
Put that back in there.
Right. Well, gosh, this is a nice place, though. Oh,
Is this
that
not?
really ritzy one that they for the
Is
right.
this not
That's right.
merely mid tier? As nice as it is, we could do better.
I don't know. I'm pretty happy. I don't think. I mean,
It
I'm
is
pretty
quite.
happy.
It is quite satisfactory. I'm pretty happy with it.
All right. So, with all the things, all the things locked in. So essentially, once you guys have like made up your mind, um, the menu just kind of does like a little check mark next to your orders.
Oh, so we don't even have to order to. I mean, it just goes to the kitchen or something. Like no one's gonna come and like write it down. It's
Just,
just
I,
wow,
I promise. Just wait. That's what they say. Just leave it up to the menu.
wow. Okay, that's amazing.
And essentially, once your orders have all been locked in at your table, there's a brief, there's probably couple minutes in between, um, where the menu shrinks down and folds, kind of like a number at a table.
Oh wow.
So now it's a matter of waiting.
That's crazy.
And yeah, you
That
definitely
is
feel as
quite a
though
scene.
this place is taking a lot of painstaking energy into automating a lot of things.
With magic though, yeah.
Yep.
That's so cool.
Hot dog, waffle, omelet, two
This
omelets.
is an amazing city.
So as we're sitting here, and we just kind of place our orders officially, and we're waiting. Zed's gonna fish into his pocket and pull out the copper piece that number one gave him. That he said would make some sort of sense in the morning as far as the job that we might have. And he's going to set it on the table that we're sitting that we're sitting at, and
So
basically like reference this to Niavara or Inanna, I guess.
So there is something that, well, as the individual who's owned the coin or in possession thereof has noticed that it has changed. The faces of the coin have changed to what look like goblins with fedoras. Well, you can't really tell it's a goblin, but the individual with a fedora. And it kind of looks like like on the coin, it looks like they're pointing in a direction. It just kind of looks like they're pointing.
So we do have at least a lead on a job, and you know that we've kind of like quiets down. We've got to, well, I've got to rob some folks to get us in favor of the clubbers,
Uh huh.
and maybe on the way we find out what Vel's looking for if that wasn't just us being robbed like you suggested.
Um, beyond what Vel suggested, or I'm sorry, what did you say?
The
You were. Go ahead.
you
I'm sorry.
yeah, like Vel was looking for something as well, the
Oh,
stars and whatnot.
that last
And if
night.
that was just us, like you suggested, us getting just targeted to being robbed,
Yeah.
if there's something more to it, then maybe we find out a lead on that as well. But yeah, we might need to go rob some folks and then find out what this coin has in store.
Well, I think that some of us today should actually maybe try to go to the library, which is one of the reasons we came here.
The reason we came here to start with, arguably.
I would really
Right.
like to go to the library as well. That is the main reason that we were here. And I
We're
was
looking
just
for
about
a map, right? Was it a map
we're
about
looking
of
just
the
for
astral
any
plane?
information for all sorts of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
Um,
wanted a map of the astral plane, and we're going to
we'll
see
just
if they've
a
got
way to get
astral
there and
ships
then
here.
how to get a ship and maybe build one and then maybe actually
Right,
operate
and
it.
maybe they've got a shipyard of an astral shipyard here.
Right. There was fella the captain that Inanna was maybe gonna have a meeting with. So we've got a lot of things on the agenda that we could potentially do, and it's a large city.
Right,
I granted, I don't like the idea of
Oh.
splitting up per se, but we could get a lot of things done. Maybe if we're not just all doing the same.
right. Well, I'd like to go to the library, but I'm a little bit worried about you're going to try to rob from these. What are they? Some kind of knifey finger? What? What's that other?
It's
Goblin
a
game.
goblin group. They play a lot of games and they like to steal from each other. And
No, no,
apparently
I know,
the
but what was that other one? Knife fingers or the
yeah the
one
night
that the
yeah you got it.
clubbers or the
And
one the
yeah, the
clubbers
clubbers
are
is who I
against,
gotta get.
right?
I gotta make
But
them
aren't
look
you
good.
robbing from the knife fingers or whoever they are?
Oh yeah. Well, that's the
Right. So
play, but
I'm just worried that you're gonna need a little help with that. I don't want to see you going off on your own to
I think
deal
that's
with
why
this
he's
whole
asking
band of goblins.
I got an
me about it.
idea. I got an idea how to maybe address that potentially using the whole game of ambush. Maybe we'll see. What was that in Nonna?
I think that's also why he's asking me to come with him. Sorry.
Right. Well, he was mentioning there's a lot to do, but yeah, I'd like to come with you. I don't think it's a good idea to do it by yourself. So I'm up for that. And then once we've got all the loot from these other ones, then we can maybe go to the
Hmm.
library because didn't you say it wouldn't be until tomorrow? You said a day or two to get back
I
to the
got
clubbers.
yeah. I've got to get them word. So okay, I have an idea. It's gonna need it's gonna need a bit of tact, and so I tell you what. How about and I'm sure Vel's gonna want to
That's
go
a
to the
job for
library.
Kozik.
How about
Tact.
I'm sure Vel is gonna want to go to the library as well. I definitely want to go because it's the reason that we're here, but we got to be timely about certain things. If you all want to go to the library and just give me a little bit of time, in honor, if you want to join me, that's fine. But like I said, I've got an idea where I shouldn't need, unless it backfires. We should be
That's it,
fine.
isn't it? Unless it backfires. How about you and me, Nonna, and myself go deal with that, with those goblin things, and then maybe Vel and Kozik could go on ahead to the library, and we'll meet them there later and see what they found.
Because I'm not planning on getting into a fight yet, unless we
No,
have
but
to.
unless it
So
backfires, I'm gonna be
right,
your
but
backup.
I get it, but in these sort of moments, it's probably best I just show up alone. You know, like I don't. Given the okay, here, come
I
here.
thought you said you were gonna
You kind of
steal from him,
I got an idea. It's different. That's what
but
I
you're not
told
gonna
the other.
share the idea. Okay.
No, I am. He's kind of like huddling. He's not like uh it's morning now. You know what I mean? Like it's daytime, so he's being very vague intentionally. Um I guess if is there a way that we can uh if we're still in the tavern at our table, is that where we are or did we leave?
Yeah, we're at the tavern waiting for our food.
Okay. Um
And there's many,
so
many other conversations happening simultaneously.
Yeah.
so we're at the table. He's gonna kind of lean in. All right. So my idea is that I parlay with the other group just like I did with the clubbers. Now, the only fancy that each one of them have got is winning this whole ambush league.
Right.
So the clubbers lose every year. These
Right.
knife fingers got no reason to fear them. So my thought is, I parlay with the knife fingers. Let them know that the clubbers are really desperate, and I've got maybe a bit of an idea that the knife fingers, with the clubbers' desperation, could use that against them and make them really look bad. You know, desperate, and so
What's to be gained by working one group against the other? Like what are we gaining
we'll be
from
not
you setting that
getting
up?
we're not getting robbed in the middle of the night,
Right, we're
Quite
and
just gonna have
roguish.
two people really mad at us. Two
they don't.
groups.
They're going to be mad at each other. See, what's going to happen is I'm going to approach the knife fingers and mention that, well, the clubbers have really got an idea of taking you all out this year. They keep losing, and their pride's on the line. Now, what you could do is allow me to take some of your goods and I give them over, and then you ambush them, you steal them back right in the crowd, right in the middle of it all. Now you all win, you make them look bad, and all's done. So now we've got
That doesn't make sense. You taking their stuff. That's not making any sense. You're gonna take the stuff from the knife fingers
knife,
and give it to the clubbers, and then the knife fingers are gonna steal it back.
right? Do you understand ambush?
Right, I know what an
It's all
ambush is, but I mean,
no, it's all
you're
no,
saying
it's
take the
okay.
stuff, they're gonna give you the stuff for
Instead of
what?
me going and stealing it, because they're going to make their rivals look even worse. It's all about
How?
pride. It's not about how. Because, okay, the clubbers are going to feel like they've got their upper hand on the knife
Right, because
finger
they've got the stuff.
because
Yeah.
they got their things directly.
Right, right,
And they ambushed people to get it. It's not just that they were given it.
right,
And I've already told the clubbers, they're already aware that that ambush is fake, that I'm basically giving it to them.
right.
But they agreed to it. So
Right.
if I've got the stuff, no matter how I got it, they're going to think it's real.
Right.
And so they then parade around. They think they're going to win. And then they get ambushed by the people that they can't beat whatsoever.
Right.
And then those folks get to rub it in the face of the people who thought they were going to win. It's like a pride thing. It's like, oh yeah,
No, I get it.
we'll feed them a little bit of rope just to make them think they get to win, and then in the middle of it all, we take it all back from them. And they're not just going to take their own things back; they're going to rob them for everything they've got. It's, you know, it's not just that
It,
they are just, oh, we're taking our own stuff back. No, they're just
no,
setting
I
them up to.
get that, but why would we? Well, I mean, you did tell him that you were going to help him.
And by giving them those things, I'm helping them. But then, who's to say that I didn't claim that I was gonna
Stop
help
them
them
from getting
fend off
ambushed.
getting
Yeah.
ambushed
Right.
by their rivals. I just said that I was going to rob their
Right.
rivals and make them look good.
Right. 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 I gotcha.
And so if we can get in with both of these groups here, they're both expecting to rob each other regardless.
I mean,
And
I
we do the
see what
town
you're
some good.
saying. It just seems risky for getting a couple of. But yeah, if that's what you're on about,
But yeah, it does seem risky, and that's why I don't want the whole fucking crew walking in doing all this. That's why I'm trying to keep it on the down low.
right? No, I get it. I get it. Right. Well, if that's your plan, then I'm wishing you luck.
Well, that was a thought, and then don't really have. We've got other jobs as well. He kind of like references the this copper coin that's got what looks to be someone in a fedora that's like pointing in a direction.
Oh, right.
So
We don't know what that one's about yet, do we?
I'm pretty sure I know what this one's about, but not directly. It's
What
going
is
to
it?
be, well, probably fucking stealing from people. And so if we can get the people that are trying to steal from people occupied on each other, then it's going to make it easier for us to steal from whoever we need to steal from based on this coin.
Well, that's
I
just
got a
not
plan.
complicated at all.
We
Which I
steal
know it's
if we steal from the guy stealing, and then oh, think about this. But then if they're distracted, then we can steal from the first guys. But then the second guys, they won't even know it because they got the stuff stolen already. But then we go to the second guy, and then we steal more stuff from them. But then we give it to the first guy, so the second guy goes and steals the stuff from the first guy, and then we steal the stuff from the first guy, and we win. Simple as that.
Exactly. Right. No, I think you're saying the guy after when we got the other two doing that, then the guy in the fedora. Oh, I love it. You've got Charlie up. That's great. With the wall. That's great. Yeah, okay. All right. So you're gonna be keeping the two goblin gangs busy, and then that means while they're at each other, there's less stuff going on for us to do whatever Fedora wants us to do.
that's what I'm thinking.
Right.
And they probably all in some way, shape, or so. Okay, this coin. I don't know what we're supposed to do with this, but this is leading us to whoever boss is.
I don't know, Zed. You just trust this guy you met on the street who gives you a coin and says he's going to give you work. I mean,
Sorry. I know, but this is how things work. On this, I've done this a lot before.
oh, I believe you. I do. I think there's just
So
other ways to get
my
work,
thought
but
is,
like a guild
my
house, but that's all right.
we could get work anywhere. This is the only work that we've got so far, and outside of someone slipping a note to Vel, but all I'm saying is all
No,
these
I heard you
goblins.
and I got you.
Well, okay.
I get it. I get what you're saying. So let's do it then if that's what you want to do. we let you do it because I get that that's a one-man job. You don't want to go in with a whole bunch of people. And so, yeah, we got to find out what Fedora wants, though, eh?
Yeah.
Should we do
And
that first?
Can we even find these guys in the middle of the day?
so we don't know where that's the thought process. We got a lot of things to do. I've got no leads on the folks that I'm supposed to be robbing. I've got no leads on what this coin is outside of it pointing in a direction.
Well,
And
let's follow the
so
direction of the coin and find out what that is first. What do you think?
that's part of what we're trying to be discreet about.
What?
I okay.
You remember that guy in the fedora? He was flipping that coin an awful lot.
Mm-hmm. It was his. It was his like. It was a silver coin before, if I remember, and then by the
Mm-hmm.
time it was handed to Zed, it ended up becoming copper.
Yep, and he
And
was. There was no point where he wasn't flipping that coin.
okay, and he said you'd find out basically in the morning. Like
Yep.
it would make it obvious. But to with that being said, and then to also kind of like answer sorry, um, I I don't know what this is going to lead to, and so I feel like discretion is
But just say
very.
plain up what you think is the plan, though, because you can't be discreet without a plan. I mean, so what discretion are you talking about with the coin and the fedora? Like, what is your idea?
I don't think all of us need to be present for it.
Right.
I so as far as a plan, I don't have one, but I feel confident that if I get myself into a predicament, I can at least get back to you all. As long as I know where you are, and if you're at the library, I'm sure I could find my way there. And if Inanna wants to join me, she's able to be quite elusive, but I don't. This is more trying to find information rather than trying to accomplish a task, if that makes sense. I'm not going to do anything without letting you all
Right.
know.
We'll go to the library and do our research there, and you'll go to the streets and do your research there.
Okay. I'm not going to do anything hasty, or if there's an opportunity for me to potentially have a conversation with someone, yes, I'll take that. But yeah, I'll do my best to not get myself in a predicament until you all know what I'm up to.
Sounds good.
Okay, okay.
Meanwhile,
And
poor Veldrin's sitting over there with a killer headache.
we're waiting for our order still.
Waiting for our order, yes.
All right, all right. So, uh, so a little bit of time will pass, and your orders will come up. So, in front of like the in front, basically next to the menu, um, there will be two let's see. So you had one normal hot'em dog, steaming, fresh, just a just a bun and meat. And the other hot'em dog, I believe he had the chili and the cheese.
All
So
right, can't wait to tuck in.
atop of it is just they they were not stingy with the chili or the cheese. It's almost like you feel like if you just picking it up, it's just gonna get everywhere. So, you know, but until like you when you touch the bun and you kind of like check it out for a second, like a lot of the chili like sinks um into the bun, so what looks like it might spill over kind of sinks in and just sort of coats the inside of the bun. You see that the Hottom dog buns have been very lightly toasted to better hold a lot of that uh, moisture from the chili and the cheese. The waffles, the plain waffles, plain Niavara waffles. Despite them being plain, they're still hot, steaming, and they smell delicious.
Nice.
Into which the omelette with all the fixins. Well, you can't really see what's inside until you open the omelet, right? But it looks like
Right.
an omelet and this one is basically the size of the entire plate. So it's meant to feed. It's meant for Namen. And then
Oh, that looks
Veldrin's
great.
omelette, the umlaut. Um, that one is also the size of an entire plate. And well, you won't really know what's inside until you start cutting. But at least it's food. It smells good. Um, with what little sensory you do have other than splitting headache. Um, ah, coughing sucks. But yeah, your food has arrived.
Oh, and Zed got waffles with fruit and
Cost
cream and
of
syrup and butter and stuff.
meals. Yep, the waffle with the fixins. That totally not hardtack. I'm ringing up the tab here. That's gonna be 1, 2. So basically, between everybody, that's gonna come out at 4 gold and 8 silver.
All right. Well, I've got that because I did some good winnings last night, so I'm gonna take care of that.
Excellent. Many thanks.
So basically, you
Oh yeah.
slap the money. Um, you, you have the money. Do you take it up to somebody?
I'm gonna slap 5 gold for a tip on there. I guess I is that how it works? Do you take it up to the counter? Up to the counter?
It's all about the menu.
Q?
So there's a little. As you ask that exact question, sorry, coughing a lot.
Oh, sorry.
Um, as you ask that question, the there's the menu, the fold menu with like your basically your order number and all that stuff on it. Um, has a little. It changes a little bit, and it says, "Would you like to pay now or at the counter?"
Well, what do they mean now? Let's see what that means now. I'll pay now. What do they mean, or the
Please
counter?
present money.
Oh, okay. Well, here's 5 gold and keep the change.
So it almost looks like um it looks like you put the money down in front of the menu to see what happens, and you see the money almost like magnetically get slowly pulled to the menu until it until it physically interacts with the menu, and then the money disappears,
Wow, that's
and then it just says thank you for your patronage, and then there's like a little smiley face.
this place is great. I love it. That's just great. All right, mates, tuck in.
Yeah, Zed ends up he's noticing this and kind of appreciates the interaction because he's interacted with the menus a couple times already, and he goes to eat his waffles, and they're fully dressed, um, but they've got a familiar sort of texture as he's kind of like cutting into it,
Trying so hard not to cough in you guys'
and
ears.
he'll put his utensils down because it's hard to cut into, and he'll just kind of go in at like finger food a little bit. He'll pick it up and just take a big bite, and there's a really big crunch, and it's his beard's got all messy. It's got like whipped cream and some fruit and all sorts of maybe like syrup and things like that. But he takes this bite, and as he's chewing, you just kind of see uh, a smile come over his face as he realizes that these are hardtack waffles. So it's got, I guess, a bit of what he's used to, but it's just dressed up in a way that he's never had before, and so it's he's enjoying it. Good.
That's awesome.
Some hardtack trail mix. Yeah. I take it Veldrin's gonna start snacking on the mushy room omelette.
Yeah. I also have to get going shortly.
Yep. I was gonna wrap up because I am coughing a lot. Um, so as Veldrin essentially like you cut into your mushy room omelette or your omelette. It it's kind of what you'd expect because you're just like I just want mushrooms and an omelet, right? You didn't order anything else with it. So it's basically you cut into it and it's just a bunch of like um not seared
Sauteed?
sauteed mushrooms and some not so sauteed. Let's see. And then Neovar had plain waffle. So that's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, so to that extent, you guys have a uneventful, well, eventful in a good way kind of breakfast.
Yes, it is an event
In a sense.
with that
Uh,
menu.
and from here comes the plan of figuring out what to do for the day and how you're going to go about it, or if you're even going to have a plan. But that will be something that we'll have to a bridge to cross next time because the DM also needs to not be coughing right now. Blech.
Oh, feel better, Cubed, and thank you. That was really fun. That was fun. That
Yeah.
movie's awesome.
Nice.
Well,
See
have
you
a good
guys
week,
next week.
guys.
Bye.
See you
Okay,
next week.
bye.
Laters.
All right. So, I am gonna also do a really, really, really quick wrap up here. Because you probably heard me throughout this whole time coughing. Crap, I forgot. But yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for hanging out. It has been awesome. It has been entertaining, and it was almost a combat. It was almost a combat. They almost had a combat, but they talked their way out of it. But for those of you on the Ubles Tubles, we do this over on Twitch, Twitch TV/cubed222. We usually do this every Tuesday at 7, I'm just gonna say 7:40 Pacific. We go usually about 3 hours. Um, yeah. 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 But yeah, like I said, if I didn't say it, I'll say it again. But I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, or whatever it is in between for you. And perhaps we'll catch each other again soon. I usually stream. What's today? Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesdays at 6 o'clock Pacific. This is sort of the oddball of the schedule. But I basically stream every weekday. So if ever you want to see some variety or any like role play, then usually variety. But yeah, until next time, I'm gonna try and not cough at your ear. Yeah, until next time, have a good one. Party on, stay cool, and try not to have a scratchy throat like me, cause this sucks. All right, y'all, have a good one. Peace out. Bye.